Good morning, race fans. We're coming to you from the scenic and storied Highpoint Raceway in the southwestern corner of Pennsylvania for Round 4 of the 2025 AMA Pro Motocross Championship. This event marks the beginning of the East Coast swing, bringing with it a change in soil, elevation, and rhythm. Gone are the wide-open West Coast lines. Now we deal with deep ruts, soft off-cambers, and tricky traction that demands precision and patience from every rider on the gate. The 450 and 250 class leaders have come into Highpoint with red plates, but the pressure is only intensifying. In the 450 class, Jet Lawrence remains undefeated through 3 rounds, taking the overall win each weekend aboard his CRF 450R. But the competition is tightening. Hunter Lawrence is inching closer with each round, and today's conditions could favor his style. Eli Tomac, returning to form, looks more aggressive with each session. Aaron Plessinger is one of the most consistent riders in the field and has podium potential written all over him. Justin Cooper continues to be fast and dangerous in qualifying, and Jorge Prado, the MXGP champ, is steadily adapting to the AMA format and showing real signs of pace. The track itself adds another variable. Overnight rainfall soaked the soil, but by the time practice began, the surface wasn't a total mess. Instead, it presented a technical challenge, slippery in spots, sticky in others, and with ruts forming quickly. That kept riders sharp and mechanics guessing. First qualifying sessions, 250 class. The 250 class group B riders hit the track first. While the rain made the surface heavy and soft, it remained rideable, though the big triple before the finish line became a real problem. Riders who misjudged the face or came in without enough drive were coming up short, a few even hit the ground. This section alone became a separator. Once the 250 class group A riders took to the circuit, the pace changed immediately. Lines had developed, traction improved, and the leaders began to show their cards. Hayden Deegan fired the first warning shot of the day with a blistering lap time of 2 minutes and 2.798 seconds, laying down a clean and aggressive run that no one could match. Chance Hymas, another title hopeful, followed with a strong 2 minutes and 4.621 seconds, showing smooth form through the ruts and sharp commitment into the off-cambers. Drew Adams continued his impressive rise with a 2 minutes and 5.793 seconds, placing him 5th overall in the session. Adams looks increasingly comfortable in these East Coast conditions. 450 class qualifying. The 450 class group A session saw Jason Anderson come out strong early. He was aggressive through the rollers and confident on throttle, setting the early benchmark. But as the clock wound down, the pace quickened. Justin Cooper and Jet Lawrence traded spots at the top of the leaderboard for a few laps, with Lawrence finally grabbing provisional P1 late in the session. But just as the final laps ticked down, Jorge Prado stunned the field with a near-perfect lap, 1 minute and 59.330 seconds, the only rider to drop into the 1:59 range. It was a commanding lap, precise through the ruts, and committed through every transition. It marked Prado's most competitive qualifying effort so far in AMA Pro Motocross and served as a strong signal that he's ready to challenge for real results. Derek Kelly quietly put in a fast lap to take a top 5 position, while Eli Tomac rode calculated and fast to stay close to the front. Hunter Lawrence clocked in just behind them, sitting 6th after a steady and consistent session. 250 class, qualifying recap. Let's kick things off with the 250 class, where the battle for pole was nothing short of electric. While Chance Hymas came out swinging and clocked the fastest lap in the second Group A session, it was Hayden Deegan's early heater, a 2 minutes and 2.798 seconds from the first session, that stood the test of time and locked in the overall fastest lap of the day. Deegan continues to look sharp and aggressive, but Hymas is right there with him, showing incredible consistency and closing the gap session by session. These two are setting the tone for another thriller come race day. Levi Kitchen also showed solid pace and slotted into 3rd overall, keeping himself within striking distance. Joe Shimoda and Drew Adams rounded out the top 5 overall, both riders riding smart and smooth in the technical conditions that Highpoint is known for. And let's not forget special mention. Hamden Hudson, a name you might recognize from last year's Loretta Lynn's regional at this very track, showed his familiarity with the terrain and topped the 250 class Group B session. He edged out Reed Taylor and put himself on the radar heading into the motos. 450 class, qualifying recap. Now over to the premier 450 class, where it was an all-out sprint to the stopwatch. Jet Lawrence once again put in a late session flyer in Group A to take the fastest time of that outing, with a 2 minutes and 3.263 seconds. But it wasn't enough to dethrone Justin Cooper, whose blistering 2 minutes and 1.772 seconds from a first session stood as the top overall time, making it back-to-back overall qualifying P1S for the number 32. That's a statement from Cooper, who's making it clear that he wants to be a factor this weekend and maybe even push for a moto win. Hunter Lawrence came in just behind his brother Jet with a 2 minutes and 3.476 seconds, while Eli Tomac looked smooth and composed as he landed third fastest with a 2 minutes and 5.178 seconds. Aaron Plessinger and Jorge Prado rounded out the top 5, with Prado's time this round being fully legit, no drama, just pure speed. In the B group, local favorite Vinny Lahovey gave the home crowd something to cheer about as he posted a 2 minutes and 14.425 seconds to top his session. It's always cool to see a hometown hero rise to the occasion in front of familiar faces.